What is up, everybody? It is finally here. We are on FPL Game Week 1 Eve. It's starting tomorrow, 6:45, so this will definitely be the last stream before the deadline hits, because like a lot of you, I'll have work all day tomorrow. Finish at 6, and then only 45 minutes to the deadline. So, looking forward to it. I kind of had the realisation earlier that for the amount of time I've spent talking about FPL, I haven't done anywhere near enough research. I'm still not set on goalkeepers. FPL Connect on Twitter kindly sent me a season ticker earlier, which I'm going to amend and colour scheme the way I like it tomorrow if I get a chance. And yeah, pick my goalkeeper on that, I think. But I think I'm going to go 4.5-4. This is my current team. It's quite balanced, I think. I'll run through it soon. I don't know if it's going to stick by tomorrow, but got to call it final draft for now, I suppose. But yeah, productive day at work tomorrow. Yes, got to be a productive day at work tomorrow. Funnily enough, it's like the busiest week for FPL, and like one of the busiest weeks I'm going to have at work all year. So yeah, not much FPL at work for me tomorrow, but that's fine because I'm pretty happy with that. Am I locked in? Mostly. I've really come around to Richie. I've just got Charlie Adam in the back of my head. Just hoping that he can do the business. I'm not quite expecting it. But you never know, right? Could happen. Let's see who we got on the chat. How's it going, Fozzie? Yeah, no, not quite locked in, I don't think. So I want to get this mic a bit further away from my face. Is that better? Yeah, less breathing. Did I get a FIFA 18 beta code? Yes, I did. But that's about as much as I can say on that. How's it going, Matt? Rip Firmino. I know Firmino keeps going in and out. Mkhitaryan is in and out. Could all change tomorrow. I mean, Mkhitaryan's not that hard to get. Couple of downgrades, and I could upgrade Zaha, for example. But I don't think I want to. What's up, Dan? Andy? Another Andy. Does no top 6 defence concern me? No, not really. You can't have them all, and they're very expensive. I'd like Kolasinac, but it's just the way it is. I know there's going to be tons of questions tonight. I'll start rattling through them soon, but for now, we'll just chill out. We've got a couple of hours to go, I expect. As always, there's a few polls, top right-hand corner of the screen, if you want to check that out. Most of them are done from what people gave me on Twitter. I tried to keep them, I suppose, kind of broad enough, but also not too generic, apart from the Kane one. They don't want to be too specific either, because otherwise people just want polls for their actual team, so I kind of amended them a bit. I'm a bit worried about Gabbiadini, because he was a bit rubbish last year after the initial kind of few goals. Those fixtures are just... I feel like he's the best of the worst bunch from the third strikers. Unless, of course, I can afford another million to get Benteke, something like that. I don't know, I barely consider Benteke with Zaha around, to be honest. Is Mane worth the extra 0.5 over Salah? So arguably, I'd say yes, because he's kind of proven in the Premier League. Now, how much you buy into proven in the Premier League, that's kind of up to you, I suppose. Salah didn't do so well when he was at Chelsea. He didn't really get much of a chance. And he's done pretty well since. He's done well in pre-season. So I'm going to go for Salah because I don't really want to spend the extra 0.5. But that's not to say it's not worth it. I'm just already struggling to get 0.5s here and there. So I'm going to punt that pre-season he's going to carry on to Game Week 1. Jack Marshall saying great things. How good of a YouTuber I am. It's the graphics, isn't it? It just draws you in every week. How good the viewers are. The viewers are very good. A lot of them have been around since the first stream when I had about 50 people watching, I think. We've already got 200 in tonight, so let's see how that cranks up over the next couple of hours. How's it going, Illusions? I'm your favourite Andy. Fair play. You were one as well. Remember us when you're famous? Of course, yeah. When I'm sat in Jeff Stelling's position on Sky Sports, I remember all of you. Am I locking in the teams? Was there any press conferences today? Actually, have I completely missed all press conferences? I think I have. There must have been some today. I haven't even looked. You have to tell me what happened. But am I locking in the team tonight? Like, the most I can do is show you what the team looks like when I go off air. Promising that it's not going to change before 6:45. No, I'm not going to do that because there's other press conferences tomorrow. I'll almost certainly change my team around. I'll tell you where. Right now, I'm thinking to make a couple of changes is Bertrand and Dan, because that could become 5 million Southampton and PVA, which is potentially better. So that's kind of where I'm wary about right now. But yeah, I'll lock it in and look. I'll post my team probably before the deadline. I don't know, maybe after the deadline on Twitter. So if it does change, I'll let you know. I'm actually thinking about releasing my team one player at a time on Twitter. So if that would really annoy people. The code to my league, no need for the caps. It is right underneath in the description. Have a look down below where you're watching now, and it's right there. Oh, now I'm getting Slack updates. Time to turn that off. Change Dan and Bertie to PVA and Cedric. Yeah, exactly. That's probably the better way, isn't it? Really. And PVA is much better than Dan, and Bertrand probably isn't. The difference between Bertrand and Cedric is probably not as big as between PVA and Dan. Imagine if you had PVA though and he does get benched and Schlupp plays. That'd be super annoying. Will Fosu Mensah not need time to settle? Possibly. I mean, he's probably not going to play game week 1, is he? But you'd imagine he'll be in the team sooner rather than later. Greetings from the States, hello. Is it mental to have double Southampton and double Bournemouth defence? You're playing 4-3-3. I don't know about double Bournemouth defence, but the way I would look at that is, if Daniels is a good pick, and you think Ake is too, then them both together they're a good pick, but obviously there's a bit of risk there, because as soon as one loses a clean sheet, they both do. Double Southampton I think is okay. Double Bournemouth for 10 million. Don't know, I'm not so sure about that. Yep, Sigurdsson out of the team. Actually, I saw that, so I did see some of the press conference news. Yeah, so Sigurdsson's gone. Well, not gone, but he's not playing tomorrow. And Tom Carroll's going to step up and be the absolute man. Does not being able to transfer in a premium defender easily worry you? No, I don't think you tend to panic transfer expensive defenders. Do you know what I mean? Even if Alonso gets a brace, not even, well, a brace I might panic, but if he gets a goal and a clean sheet, I still don't think I'll be panicking to bring him in. Kolasinac is only 0.5 more, okay, it's for a hit, but if I needed to take the hit, then I would. But let's try and not take hits for game week 2 if we can, especially for defenders. Pros and cons of using players from the same team. I mean, it really depends what the team is. Obviously, if you're getting like 2 attackers from a low-scoring team, and chances are they're both not going to score really well. If you double up on attack on a team like Liverpool or City, that's a different story. There's a lot, or even Spurs. There's a lot of points to go around. And again, defensive-wise, like I said just a minute ago, as soon as you double up, it's more like, do you know what I mean? If Cedric's a good option and Yoshida's a good option, then together they're also a good option. It's just almost that psychological thing that if a clean sheet goes, you lose both of them. That's just really annoying. And like for a lot of people, myself included, it's that kind of thinking that stops us doing that. But I honestly don't think double Southampton defence is a bad idea, to be honest. If I rate Gabbiadini, do I rate Tadic for 0.5 less? No. Tadic just flat as to deceive. Thoughts on a Lukaku? Kane, Jesus front three draft. Well, sure. If you're happy with the rest of the team, then I mean, I could swap De Bruyne and Gabbiadini for Redmond and Jesus. Is that better? I don't know. Then I've got 3 really cheap midfielders. Fossey could be used as a right back as well as a right wing back. Interesting. I don't know how attacking he would really be though. Strikes me as much more of a defensive player. Obviously, I know he's a defender, but I mean, like, you know, when you think of Danny Rose, you think he's all about attack with a bit of defence. The thing is, like, if we do that, so if you go Jesus and Redmond, obviously it doesn't have to be Redmond, but for argument's sake, because it's a Southampton player I've got. So Redmond and Jesus instead of De Bruyne and Gabbiadini. Just straight away then I've got 3 mids, 7 million and under in my starting 11. So psychologically that just doesn't seem right. Even though I've got Jesus in there, and it's actually only 2 players that I'm changing. I suppose it's a little bit less flexible as well. I mean, De Bruyne, you can pretty much get any other midfielder apart from Hazard and Sanchez. So there's a little bit of that thinking in the back of my mind. There's also the fact that I do think Jesus is going to start the majority of games, and him and Guerrero will probably start a lot together. But I think they're like more likely to get rotated than De Bruyne is. But maybe that's just wishful thinking considering how many midfielders there are in that team. So we'll have to see. I just hope I don't see De Bruyne picking the ball up off of the centre-backs again from way inside his own half. People think that City will win 5-0. They won't because it's a new team and they'll play defensive. I mean, yes, like teams do park the bus and that is annoying. But sometimes teams try and park the bus and they just can't. And to me, like Brighton trying to shut out City is just not going to go well. No matter how hard or how much they want to shut them out or play negatively. KDB is nailed, played almost all season. Yeah, he should be. I'd expect him to be the midfielder with the most starts for City again. Have I had a haircut? Yes, but it was like this yesterday on stream. I don't know if you watched that, Harry. Brighton conceded just 14 times from 23 games last season. I mean, that's decent, but they weren't playing Aguero, Jesus, De Bruyne, Sané, Silva, other Silva. Do you know what I mean? It's a totally different ball game in the Premier League. Sané's been playing deep. Yeah, I don't think that's going to continue, though. Thoughts on Chicharito? I'm happy to wait and see on him. 3 away fixtures to start. I'm still not 100% happy with West Ham. Like, I'm just happy to ignore them for now. I think, yes, they got an Arnautovic, obviously Lanzini, number 10, and Tony to come back. It looks okay. It's just how it will work together. We'll have to see. Thomas, yes, Gabbiadini is in my team. Why no Chelsea coverage? So, I don't really, believe in coverage, to be honest. No, I don't really. I don't want to bring in a player just because I don't have a Chelsea one, because I could bring in Willian, but I think Zaha is a better pick. I could bring in Pedro, but that means I've got to get rid of Salah or De Bruyne. And obviously then I could reinvest money, but I really want those two, so there's just no room there. I'm not going anywhere near Morata or Batshuayi, because Morata's not really fit. Batshuayi is a very short-term pick, and I don't think he's going to do the business. And then it's a defender, and they're really expensive. Look at the fixtures. When would I realistically play Carroll? I probably won't, to be honest. I'm going to do what I did with Kapui last year. I think the problem is after game week 1, Richie's fixtures are okay for 5 weeks. So you won't get in ahead of him. And I'm not going to ever bench Salah, Zaha or De Bruyne. So Carroll is firmly rooted to my bench. Where's Iwobi? He's pretty much nailed for the first few weeks. Do we think Iwobi's going to do anything, though? I've considered him, obviously, 5.5 million. It seems good. He's playing for Arsenal. What did he actually do last year? 1,500 minutes, 3 goals, 5 assists. That's probably not that bad. 89 points in 1,400 minutes. Pretty decent actually, isn't it? It's just, it is going to be a transfer waiting to happen as soon as Sanchez is back, really. If you don't believe in coverage, would you rather have Ali or De Bruyne? I just think with the fixtures, the opening fixtures, I think De Bruyne is possibly going to do better. But you're right though, because maybe I am picking De Bruyne just because he plays for Man City, and I think they're going to do really well. But the reason I said don't believe in coverage is, yes, I think City will do well, so I want De Bruyne because I think he's probably going to play. But I also think he's going to do well. Like, take De Bruyne out of it. I wouldn't get Sterling or Sané just to cover City. That makes sense. After rise of 3 at the back, will this continue or fall at the back return? 4 at the back return. I mean, I don't know with the wing-back situation because it was kind of new to the... Obviously, it's probably been used before, but it was kind of new to the Premier League to be used so often last year, so maybe it took teams a little while to get used to it. So now they're more used to it, maybe they'll switch back. I think a team like Chelsea will continue with it, and probably Spurs. Like, I don't see Man United suddenly converting to playing 3 at the back week in, week out. No Arsenal. Who would you get from Arsenal? This is the thing, like, having my team up. All I get is you've not got this person, you've not got that person, and you just, how am I supposed to fit them all in? It's just not possible, lads. Jesus, 455 people watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you are new, don't forget to hit the sub button. There'll be streams every week. Up to 1,980 subs now, so nearly at 2k. I only need 20 more. That'd be really cool to get that before game week 1. And obviously, if you are enjoying yourself, hit that like button. Be much appreciated. Game week 1 captain for me, it's Lukaku. I really should have put captain pick as a poll. Too late now. Everyone would have to refresh the stream. That's really annoying. Josh King, that's an interesting topic because I don't know. As we get a bit closer to the deadline, people are they start talking about him a bit more, and the 7.5 million might still be good. Even though he's a striker. I saw a hot topic on Fantasy Football Scout that was saying, we've come around to Firmino, why haven't we come around to King? And I don't agree with that because I think we knew 100% Firmino was going to be a forward. But yeah, Josh King, I don't know, 7.5 million. Bournemouth are pretty attacking. Could be regretting not getting him straight away. Why is Kante only 5 million? You didn't play FPL that often last year. So Kante is a defensive mid. Doesn't get attacking returns. There's no points in FPL for defensive play, like tackles and stuff. So basically, he's a non-asset. You shouldn't have Kante in your team. It's much better players. Will be odd when the most transferred. Alberto Moreno. Have we had the Liverpool press conference? I would love for Klopp to indicate that Moreno is going to start. He would be straight in my team. I've got such a soft spot for him. Do you remember? I think he scored against Spurs a couple of seasons ago. He was like the original Alonso, but nowhere near as good at scoring goals or getting clean sheets. But I loved him. If Defoe didn't go to Bournemouth and steal penalties, King would be much more popular. Yeah, true. Do I think, is it Lamina will start for Southampton? I mean, it sounds like he's going to be a regular eventually. Whether he'll start game week 1, I don't know. He's only just recently joined the team, so I doubt it. Yoshida or... Is it actually Steven, by the way? Someone said to me on the last stream, did you keep calling him Stevens, but it's Steven. It is Stevens. Idiot. As if I'd be wrong. I like Stevens. Decent goal threat. Decent bonus points. Do I think Monreal is a decent pick? I actually do, yeah. 5.5 million. I think that's decent. Probably likely to keep starting and whatnot. This isn't Bundesliga. Don't know where that's come from. Matic better at 5 million. Don't do. Well, Matic does get a lot of assists, people are saying, but yeah, I'm not sure about that, to be honest. even for 5 million. How's it going, James? You're calm. Everything will be fine. I'm pretty calm, to be honest. It's pronounced Salah. Salah, is it? Oh god, I got used. Oh, excuse me, get used to that now. Thoughts on Abraham as a third striker? So that's actually one of the polls. I'm not sure about him. It's one of the reasons I'm going Gabbiadini, so I don't have to go one of those cheap forwards, because I'm just too worried about it. But I don't know. It's starting to be a lot of love for him. I think the 5.5 million price tag has probably got something to do with that, and that's fair enough. At 5.5 million is much less of a risk. Gabbiadini nailed on. Yeah, he should be. This is the problem. There's always a chance that Austin plays, but... Can I explain my team? You feel I may have gone off the ball a bit since you last saw my team. What do you think? I mean, I think my team is pretty standard. It's actually quite boring, my team. I mean, Lukaku and Kane need no explanation. De Bruyne, I think Man City are going to start really well again. He's going to be the main man in midfield. I think Zaha's the best 7 million pick. And once I've already got Richie, I don't know if there's a better value player that's cheaper. Richie's all set pieces. I'm hoping you can do a Charlie Adam on us and just get points from all over the place. Salah's looked really good pre-season. I want a midfielder from Liverpool because they just always score well. Or at least they did last year. Coutinho's a bit of a worry because, well, he's injured, isn't he? I think, well, he's supposedly injured, might be leaving. Mane's 0.5 more. Gabbiadini, it's just the fixtures. And yeah, defence, apart from Scott Dan, I think it kind of explains itself, really. Scott Dan's just usually pretty good for a headed goal, and the first or at least 3 of the first 5 fixtures are really nice home fixtures for Crystal Palace, so that's why I've gone for them. My defence has good attacking threat. Yeah, that's the whole point, really, because I think clean sheets tend to be a bit harder to pick at the start. So I've basically gone with attacking returns. Have I considered Ince or Knockout ahead of Richie? So not Knockout, because I don't think he's going to start. Ince I kind of like just because of pre-season. I'm a bit worried that he's not going to take that in with him. Whereas Richie's always got those set pieces to fall back on. Do you know what I mean? Penalties just easy points. This isn't miss, of course. What did I do with the money from Gabbiadini? So yeah, I got rid of Mkhitaryan and bought Salah in. And then... what did I do? Can't remember now. I think I had a 5 million goalie. I think I had PVA and Forster. So that was 1 million saved. And then it was 1.5 million from Firmino. So that's 2.5. So I got Salah and Zaha in for gross. Have I thought about Aguero? Not really. Like, I thought about him, but I'm just worried that he's not going to play every game. Am I concerned that Richie is playing against Spurs first since they have the best defensive record? So, they're missing Trippier. Obviously, Rose is out. Davies is decent, but they're missing Trippier. We don't know who's going to play there. They might play 4 at the back. Richie's at home. He's on all set pieces. So, like I say, he only needs kind of one little minor chance, and he may get some points. And, like, I can't not pick him just because of game week 1. Like, there's plenty of fixtures after that. And if you check Newcastle's fixtures, they are... so what? Huddersfield away. This is after Spurs. So Huddersfield away, West Ham at home, Swansea away, Stoke at home, and Brighton away. So I think that's a pretty nice set of fixtures, to be honest. Put Myhill instead of Elliott. No, because if Elliott's going to play, I want the option of going for a different team every now and then. You did the opposite today. You removed Gabbiadini and Salah for Firmino and Mkhitaryan. It's fair enough. Wow, how are you going to get subs when you don't answer? Wow. You know, DLM, you just stop watching. I'll tell you now, right? I'll give you some stats. There is 36 messages. Sorry, it's gone up already. 37.5 messages coming in per minute. So that's more than 1 every 2 seconds. Is that right? I think so, yeah. If you think I can answer all those questions, Ah, do you know what? I can't even be asked. There you go. Can't answer all those questions. It's impossible. No Walker or Valencia. Valencia, I don't think is good value for money, to be honest. I just don't know if he's going to provide enough attacking returns for 6.5 million. I think I'd rather have probably Walker or Kolasinac for 0.51 million less. Loftus-Cheek, nah, not interested. I think Tom Carriage is a much better option. Thoughts on Mooney? So I don't, if I'm honest, I don't really know a lot about him. Again, I think sometimes for that kind of 5.5, 6 million spot, you're okay to take a bit of a risk. He's looked good pre-season. They've got nice enough fixtures. So for 6 million, you probably, the other option is really J-Rod, West Brom, but are West Brom going to score enough? I've really gone off him now. Don't use Daniels. Look at their first couple of games. So I think playing them against West Brom is fine. Then it's Watford at home, which is fine. Yes, Man City at home and Arsenal away is not great, but I've got Sutner on the bench who has Watford and West Brom for those two games. Excuse me, and he's pretty attacking as well, so that's what I'm looking at right now. Do I think Walker is worth 50 million? I've given up worrying if someone's worth a certain amount of money, to be honest. In football, it's just, the money is crazy. Oh, 500 people watching. You absolute legends. Appreciate that, appreciate that. I will try and get through as many of your questions as I can. And try and stay on as late as possible as well. Thoughts on Dwight Gale? Not interested, to be honest. 6.5 million. May not even keep starting like week in, week out. Just honestly not interested. Also, just another point on the questions. I will just skip some just because I've already answered them. I don't want to keep repeating them when, you know, some people are watching from the start. Who do I support? Man United. Oh, Matt Ritchie is watching. Nice. 500 people. That is freaking crazy. Gotta watch my language, actually. Someone brought me up on my language in the last stream. We've already smashed 2,000 subs, actually. We're on 2005. Just give me just a sec. I think people stick around and watch just because of the music, like these classic dance tunes, or whatever they're classed as. Jesus Christ. Everything's all the things are coming in. Where did I come in recent fantasy football years? So I'll tell you what I got. Like, you can check my team if you think I'm lying. So last year I finished top 5k, 4935. Before that I had an awful season, 92k. Before that was top 10k. And then I've had various other scores like 100k, 15k, 10k and 20k. So not the worst ever. Low is 4.5 million and potentially on penalties. Seems to be probably going to take the next one. We'll see. Hang on, put it in slow mode. It's not going that fast, is it? I don't even know how to put it in slow mode. How bad is that? Oh no, I don't think the chat's going that fast. Anyone that's spamming, we'll just get rid of them anyway, so we're all good for now. You're not sold on Matt Ritchie, that's fine. Honestly, don't have to. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's the absolute best option ever. He's just a good option among many others. Hey, how's it going, James? James from Fantasy Football Scout. One of the best writers on there. Don't see much love for Redmond. Yeah, I've gone off him. I think a lot of people have been burned from last year. Maybe that's not the best way to think about someone. Same reason like Gabbiadini is not too favoured. But yeah, I just 6.5 million. I like I said, I prefer Richie for 0.5 less. I say I prefer Richie. Like he's been in my team for like a day. Now I'm suddenly his biggest fan. Shouldn't go on the Scoutcast. I'd say Mark put him in my head. Is Mane better than Salah in your opinion? If you take away price, I think yes. Why not Sutner and say Duffy or Dunk? Yeah, I mean they're all okay options. I think Sutner is just potentially an attacking fullback. I haven't got the exact same midfield as Mark, do I? I hope not. What about Batshuayi as a third forward option? Now it's too short term for me. I wasn't impressed in the Chariot Shield either. Any love for Gross? I had him in for a bit, but got rid of him 5.5. I want to see him first. I know he's got potential from what people are saying. He's done okay playing number 10, but I want to see him first. How's Orla's team? If she has any changes, when will the boy join the family league? Yeah, it might be a few years for him playing fantasy football. I'll get him involved as soon as possible. She has made changes. I don't know if she's watching. She told me it's probably the best fantasy Premier League team I will ever see, in her words. So I'll find out tomorrow. She's not showing me until after the deadline. Will Foster be meant to start for Palace? I would say yes. I don't see why not, but probably not this week. I think Sutner and Lowe is a pretty good call, close call. Sutner just rotates nicely with Daniels, at least for the first few. Alright, stop spamming about Chamberlain. Alright, no one cares about him. Cedric and Mane instead of Bertrand and Salah. That's actually not the worst call in the world. I don't know, I think pre-season's got me hooked on Salah. I think he's going to do well. I think, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like he's played up front and stuff for Egypt. I'm going to get that wrong. Do I think United will win the league? Nah, I think City are probably favourites. I think if Pep can get him playing how he wants them to play, he's got all those options, so much backup in that squad, it's ridiculous. Will Cedric play? Yeah, I think so. You think Salah will score more and assist less than Mane? That's interesting because I think a lot of people think it'd be the other way around. Is that a 100 million team that I've got on screen? Yes. You gotta remember, like, Long is a 4 million defender. If Salah was a decent player, he would have stayed at Chelsea. I don't necessarily buy into that. Some managers just don't fancy some players. Am I worried that Tom Carroll will Kapui me? No. I'm never going to play Tom Carroll, so unless I get super desperate. If he does well, so be it. I mean, there's an argument to play him this week while Richie's playing Spurs, and obviously Carroll's going to be on set pieces. He's not got penalties probably, but almost certainly hasn't got penalties. But yeah, no, don't think so. Salah has changed massively since Chelsea, a bit like De Bruyne. There you go. So has Lukaku. Wait till Lukaku smashes it this year. You've got Salah. I can't do it. I can't say Salah. Salah. We're sticking with Salah, even though probably doesn't sound right. You're growing on 3 big guns at the top. Shoot me over the team on Twitter once you've done it. Be interested to have a look at it. I can't really bring it up on screen now, but is Kane essential? So that's a question in the polls. I'm going to go through the polls in about 10 or so minutes when it gets closer to an hour. We'll see what people say. So top right hand corner, if you're watching, you can vote on the poll. I'll go through them soon. Why did I transfer out Mkhitaryan? Because I'm not sure. I don't know. I want to go for him. I just think Salah's probably a better pick. I don't all start sending me your team on Twitter. I'm not gonna. I might not even look at Matt's until afterwards. I'm just interested, really. I'm not gonna go through teams on stream. There's way too many questions in chat. Where do you vote? Top right hand corner. There's like a little eye. If you hover over it or click on your iPad, there's a little eye. You click that and you can vote. How do I read all these comments? I don't know. You just read one, answer one, and keep reading as you're answering. Really. Your team looks like you've hedged your bets a bit too much. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't see any reason why kind of City and Liverpool won't be the ones to score the goals, and why De Bruyne and Salah won't be at the heart of that. I've actually barely put a draft up with three heavy hitters in midfield, so. Best 6 million midfield. I mean, I've gone for Richie. I keep saying all set pieces. Wait, how does the? Sorry. See how the camera looks? It keeps shaking a bit, which is really weird. It's lagging for some reason. You're just so afraid of no Jesus. Yeah, I mean, at some point tomorrow, if I get a chance, I might put a team together with Jesus in. Jesus and De Bruyne, and I'd still want Lukaku and Kane, and probably Salah. So it becomes really difficult then. You've got to find 3.5 million. So it basically, you know, I could swap Gabbiadini for Jesus and play Carroll and have a different 4.5 million bench fodder. But, yeah, I'm just not sure about that, to be honest. Why not take De Gea and change Birch and Cedric for the 0.5? So I'd need another 0.5 for that, because Foster to De Gea is 1 million. Do I not think 5 heavy hitting midfielders are better than Lukaku and Kane? No, not necessarily. Good work though. Tip for gaining team value. You've just picked the team that gets in the dream team for the game week 1. But no, you've just got to watch. There's 2 things I would say on that. One, you've got to watch the price rise sites. So I think Fantasy Football Fix and FPL Statistics are usually the best ones for that. So you've got to check when your players are going up and down. Maybe make early transfers. But also don't worry too much about prices. It's not the be-all and end-all. I mean, I had an awful team value last year. And like I said, I finished top 5k. Do you know what I mean? This year I can have the best team value and not finish anywhere near it. So it's difficult. Please give us your best 4.5 million midfielders. It basically is Tom Carroll, then it stops. But you got Chalobah, you got Loftus-Cheek, but I don't know how good they're going to be. Why is Salah better than Ali? He's not necessarily. I do like. Let me just double check. Who do Liverpool have again? Watford away, obviously. Palace at home, Burnley at home in the first 5. It is Arsenal and Man City after that, so that's not the ideal, to be honest. So you could get Ali in there. We got to find 0.5 from somewhere. Bertrand Cedric, yes, that could happen. Maybe. Yeah, maybe Ali will get on my team. Who knows? I suppose if you've got Ali, you can drop him down to Mane then. Or Salah, as you wish. Get Redmond and PVA in for Dan and Gabby. That doesn't work, because Gabbiadini and Redmond play in different positions. Solanke is going to be one to watch. Yeah, but I think you'll just be watching him all season. He's not going to suddenly get into the side, I don't think, unless there's lots of injuries. Mane's home form from last year saved your season worth considering. Yeah, I know, but who are their home games against? Burnley, Arsenal and Palace. Yeah, it's not the worst. I do really like Mane. I think for 9.5, do I just get Ali instead? Ali and Jesus is surely better than Zaha and Kane. Surely better. Don't know about that. I mean, I could not. I'm probably not going to captain Kane that often. There's that Burnley match. With Rose looking unsettled, is Davies a good shout? Or will Spurs go flat back four? I mean, they might do. I think Davies is alright anyway, though. 5.5 million. I think that's a nice price, especially if he keeps his place for a long time. I don't know how much to buy into that Rose thing, though. I mean, I don't know if I've seen exact quotes or what they were, but it could also be interpreted as, you know, at some point, yes, I'll go and play at North. Who knows when that'll be? Maybe he'll retire and he'll go and play amateur level or something, or semi-professional, and he wants to win more trophies. How do we know that's not you know, Pochettino and Levy go and buy some players? But as Fozzie says, yeah, dressing room, I don't know, might be a little worry. Don't know if we should be worrying too much. Maybe I go Mane and Jesus instead of Zaha and Kane, and I'll have 2 Liverpool attackers, 2 City attackers, and no one from Spurs. People go mad at that. Best 6.5 million defender. Azpilicueta, I think I like, but I'd also quite like to pay 0.5 less than just to get Kolasinac. Rose thing seems pretty solid. Poch will have final say. Well, that is interesting. What Fozzie brought up there is what I kind of thought first was, how is that going to affect the rest of the team? And how many of them are also thinking the same thing? That they're just not making enough signings and they're just kind of standing still. What's my favourite kind of egg? Probably a mini egg. Chocolate variety. You're one of my rivals in the Elite 64 League. I'd forgotten about that league actually. Have I joined? I think I did, didn't I? It's got a hashtag. I remember it. Yeah. Well, I hope you don't do that well, David. You can do well, just not well as me. Free up $500,000 with Eriksen over De Bruyne. No, because I want De Bruyne. Iwobi's not 6 million. He's actually only 5.5. So, yeah, if you like him, go for it. Azpilicueta will play at right wing back versus Burnley because Moses is suspended. Well, that's a good thing. Late signings to get them cheaper. Would they not be more expensive? What am I having for lunch tomorrow? I don't know. Whatever's on in the canteen. It's been good this week, actually. Don't know about tomorrow, though. It's a stream lag is. I don't know. Webcast seems to be playing up again. It's annoying me. I might have to put the chat over it so I don't have to look at it. I have to look at my face. Probably a good thing. Jesus, 563 watching now. We'll do polls in a couple of minutes. So just for anyone who's kind of recently joined, top right hand corner, there's a little eye. Click that and you will see stuff to vote on. Subscribe if you're new around here and you're enjoying the stream, and also hit that thumbs up button on the stream. That'd be really appreciated. We're almost at 100 likes already, which is ridiculous. Am I in Az's Cash League? I'm actually not. That's a good point, actually. I told him to save me a spot and then never bothered following up, so he probably hates me now. How's it going, Hamilton? Give you a good striker that's 8 million or less. Benteke, I quite like those opening fixtures. Well, I've got Zaha and Dan. Any specific reason for Dan over Fossey Mensah? If I'm honest, Dan probably won't survive the night. And Fossey Mensah might not start game week 1, so... Second time tuning in, it's grown massively since the early days. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the amount of viewers will drop down next week once the pre-season hype's gone. But yeah, looking good. Subs are going up, we've hit 2k now, so... Like I say, I appreciate everyone doing that. Can I go on an alternate account and play around building a team with viewers? I mean, yeah, I mean, you could, but the problem is when you try that is everybody want their own player, and I'll never be able to build a team. Have I considered Begovic over Foster? I don't like the thought of doubling on Bournemouth defence, to be honest. The reason I need to do a ticker tomorrow is because I want to look at goalkeeper rotations, because I'm a big fan of 4.5 rotation. And I would like to not have Foster in my team. I want to look at the likes of Gomez, Hart, and Begovic and see how well they rotate together. Won't Tom Heaton be better than Forster with more save points? Quite possibly, yeah. Who's that left mid? Any good? Salah? Could be great. Will I be doing a stream tomorrow to show us your team? No, I'll just tweet out my team because by the time I get home and stream, like the Liverpool match will be on or it'll be finished and there won't be a lot to talk about. So the next stream will be... Is there a Monday game? No, so the next stream will either be Sunday evening or Monday evening. We'll talk about the game week gone and all the kind of bandwagons because there will be a lot after game week 1. Begovic Hart is quite good. See, that's something I'd be interested in because I think those two are much, or at least maybe not for the teams they're playing in, but as goalkeepers, like on their own right, in their own right, I think they got the potential to outscore 4.5. Gomez and Hart alternate home and away except game week 2 and 3. Yeah, that's the. I mean, a couple of game weeks doesn't matter, of course, but oh, except game week 2 and 32. Okay. Maybe I'll take a look at that. Cheers, yeah, 2k subs, awesome. Credit to your stream work. Yeah, I mean, I started off with a stream, and then I tried to make some videos, and to be honest, I just prefer streaming to doing the videos. I mean, everyone's kind of doing very similar videos. I think there's only so many times that you want to look at kind of captain picks or whatever. Because I think there's only a few and then it's personal choice really, so. Streamer's all good. Means we get to talk about goalkeeper rotation. Oh, you meant is Richie any good? Okay. Is that on your... Oh yeah, that's on your left, my right. Fair enough. He could be good. He's on all set pieces. I mean... Don't expect massive things from Richie. He, might not do anything. But he's on all set pieces, so he's always gives you a chance. The Newcastle fixtures are okay. I saw an interview with Rafa. I don't know how out of context it was, but he seemed to be a bit annoyed about the lack of, I guess, signings. Even though I think they made a couple. So we'll see. Fantasy Football Scout is going to crash tomorrow at 6:45. No, probably wouldn't. I don't think it did last year. Do I think there will be a 4 million defender bandwagon? Maybe, if one of them plays, then definitely. I know that sounds very obvious, but yeah, as soon as one of them plays, job done. Cheers, M&M Productions. I keep forgetting I've even got that turned on. Bales Aru, you're in from game week 1. Sorry, first stream. Yeah, like I said, there's quite a few who were here on the first stream, and I think some people, I'm not going to name names so I don't want to miss it out, but I think there's some people in there who've not missed a single one. The VODs are perfect for when I'm at work during the day. I'm normally asleep during the stream. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I think people don't like them being on too long, because they want to be able to catch it all. But like I say, generally after about an hour or so, the questions start to repeat, so it's not the end of the world if, do you know what I mean, if you don't get them. Oh, sorry, if you don't watch the whole thing. Like, I think an hour is a pretty good coverage. Yes, Matt, you are one for sure. So let's talk. It's 2:53 AM in India. Fair play for tuning in live. Let's talk about what was I going to say? Moreno, Alberto Moreno. What do you think? Is he going to start? Surely Robertson's going to play in. Cheers, Yanks. For the $1. €5 or $1. I didn't even know you could do it in different things. One of yours isn't sharp, but the other one does. You think it's Robertson? Yeah, I mean, it could even still be Milner, right? Moreno is poor defensively. I know, but that's not why you want him. Do you know what I mean? You don't get Moreno in for his defensive abilities. You get him for those forward marauding runs he makes. Thoughts on Kapui? Kapui's a non-option. 5 million. There's no point. Don't even think about him. Liverpool not as bad as people think in terms of clean sheets. Yeah, you're probably not wrong there, Phil. I love Moreno. 4.5. If I had like enough money for 2 4.5 million defenders, I'd maybe put him in as a punt, but we'll see. Thoughts on Jay Rodriguez? Really gone off him, to be honest. I'm just worried about West Brom's ability to score points. Can you still get points for conceding? So, like, if a defender concedes, they can never get, obviously, the clean sheet points, but they can get attacking returns still. So, assists or whatever. How much did I score last season? I don't know about points wise. Top 5k was the overall rank. Firmino is not on penalties. Yeah, there's no guarantee that is the case. Van Aanholt, yeah, I like him, to be honest. Very attacking, like, from a fullback. Also playing wing-back right now, so. Does anyone know the name of the song playing? It's, I'll have to... I'll just type it, it's easier. I know, Aguero 10% ownership is ridiculous. Matic and Kante for 5 million is a bargain. It's really not, honestly. Yes, Matic has got assists in the past. He could be okay for 5, but I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't use the Man United spot. And Kante, no, definitely not. He only scores goals against Man United. Exactly, like Ben says, they're not a bargain. They're just cheap, there's a difference. Kante is, honestly, you don't get points, just in case like you know, like never played FPL before or whatever, you don't get points for defensive actions, so Kante just doesn't score or assist enough. Matic's banger should be worth at least 100 points. Wasn't that in the FA Cup? I'm actually living on Ireland. Don't live in the UK anymore. Well, okay, so Super Tiger, I've seen that question, sorry, I saw that earlier. Why no premium defender in my team? I just don't want to spend the money, to be honest. I mean, to get one now, I've got to downgrade, so I could do like Gabbiadini to Mooney. I mean, Gabbiadini to a 6 million is still an option. Maybe even Tammy Abraham. I just don't think I want to do that, to be honest. I like Kolasinac at 6, I like Company at 6. I think I have a problem with Azpilicueta at 6.5 because I just want Alonso at that point. Valencia I'm not interested in, Bailly not really interested in. Is captain Lukaku against a newly strengthened West Ham team wise? Yeah, I mean, Hart could do the business. I'll have to wait and see. Drop Richie for Ward Prowse. Nah, I'm not interested. Do the polls. Yeah, I'll do the polls because I probably said I'd do them by now and I haven't. Let's have a look here. Okay, so yeah, so this is, like I said, top right hand corner, there's some polls. People have been voting, so I'm just going to quickly read through them. So, favourite 4.5 million keeper to go with Elliott. Oh, jeez, I knew this would win. 68% say Foster, so he's still apparently in people's teams. 11% say Begovic, 10% say Hart, 4% say Hennessy, and 4% say someone else. Best 6 million striker or less. Very close. 30% say J-Rod, 30% say Abraham, 24% say Mooney, 9% say someone else, and 6% say poor old Vokes. So there's about 240-ish votes on most of these. Best 5.5 million mid. So 37% say Ward Prowse, 20% say Fraser, 19% say Iwobi. Suppose Fraser's not a bit higher than that. 17% say Gross, and 5% say someone else. Will I finish in the top 5k again? 52% of you said for sure. 47% say hell no. Yeah, the hell no guys may win that one. Let's have a look. Is Kane essential for Game Week 1? Wow, this couldn't be any closer really. 50% say no, 49% say yes. Where the other 1%'s gone, I don't know. So yeah, we'll look at those polls again a bit later into the stream, but I think they're mostly going kind of as planned, or as we thought they might do. And just while I'm kind of reeling stuff off, just say it one more time. This won't be the last time. But if you are new around here, first time you tuned in, appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the sub button, let you know when I'm going to go next go live. And it'd be cool if you could hit that like button on the stream. Already well over 100. So let's keep it going with the amount of people in here. Make new polls. No, because one, I like to see how that changes throughout the stream and see what the final results are. And two, it means everybody's got to refresh, and it's just annoying for people. Feels a bit odd not having a player in the first game of the season. Yeah, you're right. But the thing is, who'd you get? Iwobi or Kolasinac? The thing is, I've kind of sold myself on Richie now. So if I want to get someone like Iwobi, I'm downgrading from Zaha. That might work. But I don't know, I've also sold myself on Zaha. So yeah, I don't think I'm getting Iwobi. So it really leaves Kolasinac. I just don't have the money right now. Let's have a look. You want me to do Richie to Ward-Prowse, Bertrand to Yoshida opens up 1 million. You can get Kolasinac then. Yeah, true. But also have to downgrade 2 players together. I don't know. I changed my team to your exact team. I'm sorry about that. You're going to do badly now. What was that question I saw to me? Did I chat about Lindelof? Yeah, I'm steering clear. I think Jones is probably going to start. It doesn't mean I think Jones is a good option though. I think Daniel's first couple of... The thing with Daniels is he's attacking, so if I have to play him in the harder fixtures, I will. Drop Kane, he's such a money sink. He's rubbish at the start of the season, so much better value. Yeah, possibly. How's it going, Si? Glad you could make it. Although it doesn't sound like you're sticking around. Elliot will drop to 3.9 in game week 2. Why? If he starts, then he definitely won't. Strategy on price rises this season. I'm probably going to take it, and this sounds really bad, just take it as it comes. If there's what I did last year... Okay, let me start again. I like leaving the transfer till the last minute if I can, but I get that that's not the best thing for making money. So... What I did a couple of times last year is I knew exactly what transfer I was going to make. There was no more games for those players. I think it was Lukaku, in fact, that I was going to bring in or take out. I was bringing in someone else that had no more games that week. So the only thing that was going to happen was if he got ill or injured in training. And I think if you transfer someone in and that happens, it's just super unlucky. But I just didn't make the transfer. It was during a double game week. International break. And he went up 3.3, I think. And someone else, whoever I was transferring out, went down 0.1. So I just lost 0.4 million for no reason. So I think in that kind of case, I want to make the transfer earlier. Begovic goes really well with Elliot. I have to have a look at that. I really need to get the ticker on the go. Do I have to have Kane and De Bruyne in the team? Nope. Definitely not. Get Ali and Jesus instead. Well, why don't I get... Yeah, let me make a couple of changes here a sec. The thing is, I think we spoke about this in the Scoutcast, is I've had Kane in for so long. If I take him out now and he does the absolute business, then I'm going to be super annoyed. I can get Jesus in, upgrade Richie to Mkhitaryan. Don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't think I like that at all. Yeah, what about this? Hang on. I don't really want to change my team too much because I quite like it as it is. Alright, what about this for a team? Few changes. Oh, what the fuck? That didn't work. Oh, hang on. Try that one more time. What about that? No Richie, no Zaha. Where's my stream stuff? There. Lacazette is being overlooked. Yeah, he probably is. Don't think anyone's going to deny that. There's just other strikers they want. No Kane, no thank you. You need Kane. Yeah, I think Lacazette looks alright in the Charity Shield. I think I'd like to look at Lacazette again once Ozil and Sanchez are both playing. And that's a pretty attacking team there. 3 heavy hitters in midfield. I mean, I don't have to not have Kane for the whole season. The question is, does Jesus against Brighton away, Everton at home, does he outscore Kane, who has Newcastle away, and Chelsea at home? First couple of fixtures, does he? I don't know. Doing good, Stuart. How about you? Yeah, I don't know if I'd stick with Iwobi, but... No Kane, no gain. Yeah, I think Harry Kane's got to come back. You think Xhaka will be good for 5.5? Too much of a card bang, that I think. Will Gabbiadini outscore Kane or Jesus in the next 5? Maybe. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I'd love Gabbiadini to do well. Everyone who got burnt by him last season has fully written him off. Am I not tempted? Says Jason. I think that's maybe a mixtape to everyone. Probably a mixtape for everyone saying, "Oh, you're not tempted by? Oh, you're not tempted by? You don't think you need Kane at all?" Famous last words. Am I tempted by double Southampton defence? Yeah, I would be. What about Rooney in for Gabbiadini? Nah, I mean, Rooney's 0.5 more and has awful fixtures. Does Ward-Prowse have good stats? I actually don't know. I've not really checked him. That's actually one thing I've not done, is I've not really checked any stats from last season. I'll wait until the season starts and go from there. Oh, we're so close to 600 viewers. 593, that is insane. Anyone would think FPL was starting tomorrow. How many subs are we on now? 2,055, that is also insane. 160 likes on the video. Crazy. Get Gray from Watford, he might not start though. You have triple Saints, is that a bad idea? Not necessarily. When am I going to wildcard? I don't know yet, actually. Probably early, but we'll see. Just plug the stream again. Yeah, I live in Galway, yeah. Correct. Alonso, obviously I think everyone likes Alonso, but for 7 million, I'm gonna steer clear. Firmino, yeah, I mean, he's good because he needs to downgrade. I mean, you don't want to get too many players just because they can be downgraded, I suppose. At some point, they've got to be just good players that you want in your team. Sligo, nice. We did talk about Chicharito a bit earlier. I'm not really completely sold on him, if I'm honest. But we get the chance to look at him for a few games before the good fixtures come. Interesting shout. Who's that, Matt? Who's an interesting shout? Fast forward 24 hours, what do I think about what's gone down? I don't know, there'll probably be some big injury in my team. Arsenal would have smashed it. Cheers, Physio. See you later on. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool got 8 penalties last year, which is pretty crazy. You like the chat in the bottom? It's a nice addition to last year. Yeah, a lot of people wanted it, so everyone got it. Oh, getting Aguero and Jesus. Jesus. Jesus even. Why Foster over a top keeper? Just because he's cheaper. Ooh, 606 people watching. What the That is absolutely crazy. I've got to make the most of it because I don't think it'll happen again all season. Where's Big Ricey? I know, he's just missed the big 600. Bloody Big Ricey. He's usually always here. Just a second, I'll be right back with you. Tell all your friends. Let's see if we can get up to 700. That'd be ridiculous. Maybe pushing it a little bit there, 700. Anyway, what does it mean if they're easy to downgrade? Yeah, so easy to downgrade probably isn't the best way of saying it, but it's like if you have Kane in your team, he's not necessarily an easy downgrade. It's not necessarily an easy decision to get rid of him, but it just means you can get any other striker. If you have Firmino, yes, you can't get every striker, but you can downgrade him to a lot of options if someone else comes along. So it's all basically about being flexible. Like, for those that are like looking at 4 and 5 at the back formations, which I think is, well, I think 5 at the back's ridiculous. You're then getting like 6 million defenders or something like that, and you've really spread your cash. So when you want that cash elsewhere to upgrade someone, you've got to make a lot of transfers to get it back. Does that make sense? Team is so different. Is this the final draft? This has changed. I've changed 3 players just a minute ago, so probably not. Chances of me going without Kane are very slim. What are my thoughts on Eriksen instead of De Bruyne? I really want to back Man City at the start, to be honest. Am I not worried that since Elliott is owned by so many that his price will plummet? The only way I think his price will plummet is if he doesn't play, and the reason everyone's got him is because they think he's going to play. You think there's a possibility of Aguero and Jesus doing a Suarez Sturridge, 52 goals combined? That's interesting. I wonder if that could happen. I was actually like, I've been thinking to past seasons, so I was looking at Richie, because he's a bit like Charlie Adam with all set pieces. I was also thinking maybe I'll just get Bertrand and Cedric, both Southampton fullbacks, because a few seasons ago, Klein and Bertrand were awesome together. I think I had both. They were like 5 million or 4.5 million. You like Luiz? He's cheapest for Chelsea. He always starts. Yeah, true. Takes a lot of free kicks. He does, but he's not that great at them, I think. And Alonso takes a lot of them as well. Dangerous from corners. I don't know if he is so much anymore. I think Cahill is a better option for goals. Klein and Shaw. Was it Klein and Shaw? Were Klein and Bertrand not there together? I'm almost certain they were. I don't think I'm going to smash 1,000 views. We did hit that in the Scoutcast though. That was cool too. We never had that many. 2,063 subs. Hopefully we can get to 2,100 at this rate. So if you haven't already subbed, go ahead and do that. Fantasy Football Scout predicted team has Pierre to start. We have different captains. Alright, Si. Alright, Si. You don't have Lukaku captain. Crazy. Richie is so good for 6 minutes, he's going to wreck it this year. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it was Klein and Bertrand. I'm almost certain it was. I think they did really well, though, because a lot of people choosing between the two, and I had both of them, and they both just absolutely rocked it. They hit at 5.5, yeah. You want to join the league? So I've got a Let's Talk FPL League. Code is in the description if you want to join that. Do your bench get points if your starters don't play? Yeah, if they come on. You have Salah as captain choice. I mean, it's different. Is it good? I don't know about captaining someone in the first game away from home. I don't know. Marco Silva, Liverpool without Coutinho. Coutinho. I don't know. 600 viewers. Time to start selling advertising. Yeah, who wants to sponsor the stream? I'll give you a good rate if you're first in. Kane is just too expensive. That is the dilemma. Oh, excuse me. Iwobi's a big gamble. You'd rather do Zaha. I mean, Zaha is 1.5 million more though. Gary Ash is going to sponsor me. How did you become a mod? I don't know. You just be here a while, and I think you're a good person, and I think you'll remove crappy comments. Don't worry, the mods, you know, doing a great job already. Explain the Daniels over Ake choice. So I just think Daniels is like more attacking. Not sure Ake's going to keep up his goal scoring ability, I suppose, from last season. Not sure. So I like Daniels. He's kind of proven, done pretty well. Can you be a mod, Jack? I don't know. We'll see when I feel like we need more mods. Maybe when we're rocking 6,000 viewers. Where did I just see? Tips for starting a YouTube channel. Jesus, I don't think I'm that big yet. Just start it, honestly. Stop worrying about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Just do something. Valencia or Walker? Walker. What do I think about going triple captain on Lukaku first week? Absolutely, definitely not. What's the code? It's in the description. Team balance over big hitters? Not necessarily. Apart from De Bruyne, who's the next best choice from City in midfield that will get game time? Honestly, I think that's really hard. I mean, they could all do well. I mean, Sterling looks good pre-season, but is he going to keep doing it? I'm not sure. If you get 6,000 viewers, there's no way you'll be keeping up with the chat. Yeah, you're probably right. I can barely keep up with it now, to be honest. I mean, I can see questions, but there's no way you can kind of get to them all. Yeah, Hazmat says, I'll have Kane. Maybe I should put him back now. It stresses people out otherwise. They can't cope with not seeing Kane, and then they panic that they're also not going to have Kane. But yet they've spent all summer having Kane. So let me change it back. Let me change the defence a bit as well. Let's mix it. Well, we're not really mixing it up, to be honest. Is Cedric going to start for sure? There's a little bit of worry about him not starting, isn't there? Bloody Cedric. That'd be just typical that he doesn't play the first game. Especially with that fixture. Okay. Hang on. There you go. Better now? We happier? There we go. Kante will get... Yeah, let's not talk about Kante anymore. He's not a good option. Get rid of him if you've got him in your team. Can you tell us why you don't have Alonso? I know you said 7 million is too much, but he's a beast. It's just the 7 million thing, really. I mean, yeah, he's going to be good. I mean, Chelsea's opening fixtures are not the best. Obviously, that man's got great stats. He's going to be flying down that wing. But yeah, not for me. Twisted Salt again. Nice to see you, PVA. I think I was chatting about one of your hot topics on Fantasy Football Scout earlier. Which one was it? Was it you? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just one of your posts. Can't remember. Thoughts on Sterling? Is he under the radar? Yeah, but I think he's under the radar for a good reason. You just can't guarantee it. You know what I mean? That he's going to start. I mean, from what I know, apparently he's almost playing as a second striker in some games, but then what happens to Jesus and Aguero if that happens? So it's all just a bit annoying. Cool, no worries. Yeah, there's been quite a bit tonight. What are we on? 1 hour, 20 minutes. Excuse me. Who's starting up front for Man City? A lot of people think it'd just be Aguero and Jesus. This squad RMT 335. Is that my squad? Is that good? I haven't even checked really. You can't sleep tonight. Do I care for FIFA? Yeah, I care for FIFA. Looking forward to FIFA 18 a lot actually. I know I toyed last year about streaming it. Probably won't do it on this channel though. I think people get annoyed with that. And I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to set up another channel because I said that a few times, but you never know. We'll do Twitch or something. Need a new computer for that really. PVA shed pre-season game time. Is he worth the risk? That's the problem. Is he worth the risk? I don't know. Do I ever do a live stream while a game is on? I haven't done that. I don't know how well it would go down really. I've thought about it. It's just never really... Do you know what I mean? The problem is the games are on the weekend. And... you know, weekends are days off. I don't really want to spend my afternoons streaming necessarily, especially when people just end up watching the match or they end up watching Jeff Stelling anyway. I did a few like kind of Wednesday evening games and like stream maybe half an hour before it ended, but you just find the viewers don't come in until afterwards, so we'll see. Will I do a live stream in my pants if I win FPL? Yeah, sure. Why not? Are there any copyright issues for live stream? Yeah, apparently there are, but I think commentating on it from like a FPL point of view is probably not going to raise too many eyebrows. I actually saw, I don't know how many of you watch True Geordie. He's just been sponsored by Coral. So he's actually going to be doing a stream. Not for FPL, but like a football show. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. Nearly 600 viewers. Yeah, we actually hit 600 viewers earlier, which is awesome. If you've got 1 million in the bank, save for transfers or use. So save it if you're happy with your team. Don't spend that money just for the sake of it. Who's my favourite Pokemon? Good question. I used to like one of the ghosts. Like the third ghost. Gengar, is it? Could I do Zaha to Milovic? I'm Richie to Ali. I probably could, but I'm definitely not. Massive grey area as soon as you bring in bookies. Yeah, I mean, that's all sponsorship and stuff anyway. Like, I don't think we need to be worrying about that just yet. Got a bit of time to go. What's the... yeah, there you go. Question in the chat from Super Tiger. What's the most anyone's got in the bank? I'm guessing it's probably going to be 0 for a lot of people. Am I on pro clubs? No, I mainly just play foot. I'm a foot guy. I'm sorry if you don't like foot. Scoutcast is out yet. Don't go and listen to it yet though. Watch this first. What drink am I having? I'm actually having water. I said I was going to get beer, but yeah, I didn't go for it in the end. Have I done a Premier League prediction? I didn't know. And I thought about that in the last couple of days, but honestly, I just haven't had time to do one. I could do it as part of a live stream at the start and then just answer questions, but I can't get it in now before the season starts. So, because I wanted to do like an FPL prediction as well, top scorer, top assists, all that kind of jazz. It's probably just a bit late now. Really need to think about this stuff earlier. Love the new icons, FIFA 18. Let's do an informal prediction now. Okay, so I think it's going to be Man City. I hate doing this because someone will remember what I say. Someone remembered what top picks I said I would have for this season. I've completely gone against that. Give me a sec. I jeez, I'm getting spammed. I'm in some kind of Twitter thread. Someone's got me tagged and they're just arguing about whether you should help with RMTs or not. So I think Man City #1. This is very like cliche, I think. Man City 1, Man United 2. I think third's really tough. I'm a little bit worried. You said City and Kane a few streams ago, yeah. I'm a little bit worried about Spurs. Not made any signings. I don't, like I said before, I don't buy the Wembley thing, but they're not made any signings. Champions League stuff to come. There's maybe a little bit of kind of panic in that team about who they're going to buy. Whether they're going to buy anyone. Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea have bought Rudiger, Bakayoko and Morata, but haven't improved. Does that make sense? So I don't know about Chelsea either. Liverpool, I think, are going to struggle. Struggle is probably not the right word, actually. If Coutinho stays, they'll probably be okay. But they've got Champions League to contend with. So I basically, outside of the two Man United teams, I'm really not sure. So I'm just going to go Chelsea third. And I think Arsenal will depend on how quickly they're knocked out of the Europa League. If Sanchez stays, I think Arsenal might get back in top 4. Which means I'm putting Spurs and Liverpool 5 and 6. Spurs 5. They had such a great season last year. That's dodgy. But that's what I'm going to go. Man City, Man United, Chelsea. Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool. I'm sorry, Matt. I know you're going to hate that. Top scorer. Can I put Spurs, Kane as the top scorer if I'm putting Spurs as 5th? Don't know actually. Spurs 5, are you taking the piss, mate? Maybe I am. Did I say the two Man United teams? Oops. Can't wait for Spurs to win the league now. It wouldn't be the worst thing. Liverpool will make you eat those badly chosen words. But Liverpool haven't improved either, right? Oh, sorry, okay. Salah is an improvement. Maybe they'll get Van Dijk yet. Maybe that'll change things. Designs FC, you're a graphic designer. Do you need a new banner? I only just got this one made from a friend as well. You did spend a bit of time on it. I don't know, Designs FC. Hit me up on Twitter. I'll put my Twitter in the chat. Show me what kind of stuff you can do and we'll talk. Designs FC. Great name. Peter Crouch is a good enabler. No, I'm done with Crouch. I think Chelsea have crashed out of the top 4. Yeah, that's the thing about Chelsea. I don't know. I think my Premier League predictions might change once the transfer window's closed, because if Spurs make a couple of signings, you know, and Son gets back, etc., then maybe that's not so bad. But yeah, I think Chelsea have bought 3 players and not improved. I think they're really going to miss Costa. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Cheers for tuning in again. Fairly set, but I think it'll probably change a little bit before tomorrow. Benteke good fixtures and scores against Liverpool for fun. Yeah, I must admit, I'm not too bothered about having Crystal Palace players for Liverpool. Like, I'm happy to play them. That's why they're called predictions. My predictions will change by the end of the year. Yeah, I know, but obviously they'll change once, like, I don't know, Chelsea is smashing the league or something. That's different, but I just think after the transfer window it could really change again. What time are we at here? 11 o'clock. 2,085 subs. Anyone that's new around here, it'd be awesome if you subbed, so you know when the next stream's going live. It'd be cool to get to 2,100, considering we weren't even at 2,000 before this stream. How many likes are we on? We hit 200. We're on 196 likes. If you have enjoyed the stream and you haven't already hit the like button, that would be much appreciated. Take 2 seconds to hit it. We'll hit 200. Designs FC, should I message you? Just send me a tweet and I'll add you, because my DMs aren't open. United can't score more than 2 goals a game. I think that'll be different this year, but fair enough if you don't. If you don't want to buy into that right now, I think that's perfectly excusable. That's a lot of subs. You feel hungry. Might get Subway tomorrow. That'd be good. Yes, I got the beta. I think you already asked me that, unless you're asking someone else. So I think Bernardo Silva is good for fantasy. I mean, he might be, but I'm steering clear. There's just way too many people. Sorry, way too many midfielders in that Man City attack. Your DMs aren't open. That's where you sent the team. Yeah, but I follow you, so you can DM me. I don't have my DMs open, like full stop. Am I a Saints fan? No, Man United. Is Lukaku overrated? No, I don't. I mean, look at Lukaku's goal scoring record. I mean, he's a decent goal scorer. Is Aguero or Jesus a better option? Possibly. No. People can DM me, but only if I follow them and they follow me. What's my Instagram? I don't have one. I should have one, shouldn't I? Isn't Instagram all the rage these days? Then again, everyone told me Snapchat was all the rage last year and just did my head in. So I've actually got rid of that now. And taken it out of the description, I think. So anyone that's following me for Instagram stuff, no can do. Do I have a second team? Nope. Is Hennessy nailed? So you'd assume yes. But I mean, there are a bit of murmurings, I'd say, about Sporani because he started a couple of games. But I think it's got to be Hennessy. Will Dan start for Palace? He should do game week 1. After that, we'll have to see. They got that new guy beginning with R, which I can't remember. They just signed Fossey Mensah. Maybe they'll go to 4 at the back. We'll see. Am I concerned about having 2 Crystal Palace players game week 1 and then Liverpool in game week 2? I'm not honestly bothered about having them for Liverpool. I'll play them both quite happily. And the fixtures are good after that, the home games. So I'm basing my team around kind of the first 4 to 5 games. Have I got any budget left? No, that's all 100 million. Yeah, exactly. They might keep playing back through with Scott Down. Yeah, Scott Down. He's going to go for corners, isn't he? No Arsenal. Nope, not right now. I do think PVA is a little bit of a risk. You need Danilo. No Mendy as he's injured. Yeah, but Mendy's not going to be out that long. Why no Aguero? Because I'm just got that thought in the back of my mind that he's maybe going to be rotated. No, I've got no budget left. I already answered that. Stop writing in caps. 2,100 subs. That's awesome, lads. Really appreciate that. Loving that, in fact. Loving it Kevin Keegan style. What's the song playing at the moment? I need to figure out if I can... I don't know if there's some plugin to show you what song's playing. I know you can do that on Twitch. I'll put it in chat what it's called. Put Manny in and you'll subscribe. No, can't do. I can't sell team positions for subs. Will Redmond start? Yeah, it should do. Wing backs only now essential. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to streaming, I don't know, to be fair, I don't know if YouTube gaming streaming is better. But when it comes to streaming, I think Twitch is much better than YouTube. There's so much more you can do. But YouTube is where the videos are, so I think FPL streams is the kind of thing you can watch after, whereas gaming streams you kind of want to be watching there and then. You could do so much by downgrading Gabby, but then I wouldn't have Gabby. Gabby Adini, mate. Could get Mooney. Is Ericsson essential? No. Do I think Sigurdsson's a good option? No. Might not be at Sigurdsson, and then he goes potentially to Everton. So, how do I check the polls? Yeah, we've done them once. We've been on for an hour and 35 minutes, so I might go till about 11:30. We'll do the polls closer to the end. Just when I tell you I'm starting to wrap up later, just remind me about the polls, so I'll forget. When you next choose in, you expect there to be another 2,000 subs. Oh, 4K. Tricky that. I think we're probably a long way off that. We'll see how it goes this season. Siggy, Rooney, Baines, Morales, set piece war at Everton. True that. True that, true that. Is this Sky Fantasy Rules? No, this is Fantasy Premier League. Hit the like button, dickheads. Alright, bit harsh. Maybe cut the language, but I appreciate the sentiment. Are subs important? No, it's just nice to have more. Bigger numbers are better, right? Plus, the more subs, the more people see that it's going live. The more people tune into the streams, the bigger the channel grows, which would be awesome. 24/7 stream. Oh my god. No way. No way, Jose. Maybe one day like a charity stream or something. What do I ask my barber to do? Cut my hair. Is Carroll going to kill us all from the bench? He might do, but I'm honestly not worried about it at all. Oh, you meant subs on FPL? Sorry. Basically, if your players don't play, they'll come in. Game week 37 stream this year. Ah, no promises, no promises. It didn't work out last year, did it? So, have I got any money left over? No. This is it. What about Gabriel Jesus? I like him, just to have room for him. No room at the end. Who was winning? Oh, J-Rod was winning the poll, wasn't he, for best 6 million forward. You got to get the best. Yeah, catch you later, Gary Ash. Cheers for tuning in. My team's over 100 million. It's definitely not. Do I think this could be the best season ever? I definitely think it could be the most interesting. I mean, it might seem like that and then it won't be, but I just think the way the prices are and the amount of choice, as long as the choice sticks throughout the season, then it'll be interesting. Has our mini league champ joined this year as well? Yeah, I think so. He's been around. Tammy Abraham in the start 11. People seem to think so. I'm not hugely clued up about that situation, but apparently he's going to, yeah. Mini league code is in the description. Cheers, Matthew Higgins. Thanks for tuning in as always. If I haven't mentioned it already, there could be server issues tomorrow on the FPL site with over 3 million entered, similar to last year. Yeah, there could be, but there also probably won't be. It's not very often it goes down, to be honest. I mean, FPL will probably be close to 4 million tomorrow, I'd say, and then it'll, maybe even more, then it'll start going up to 4.5 as the season goes on. There's going to be constantly 6 or 7 elite forwards available, yep. Barring injury, of course, yep. Mkhitaryan over Salah, yeah, so I could do that. I could do a lot of things. I basically, Salah, Richie and Gabbiadini could be Mkhitaryan, Firmino, and a 5.5, but not sure. Hope they didn't give out an extra wildcard. Yeah, I don't think so. Don't think they will. I don't think that's going to happen. Like, it happened like once. Am I doing the FPL draft? I've done a few drafts. I've been trying to do them with my mates, but it keeps it kept messing up the other night. We hadn't had a chance to do one, so we're probably going to have to skip it, unfortunately. I've already got enough teams to manage, so... Cheers, Woodsy. Good to see you. Woodsy, aren't you friends with Big Ricey? Where is he? People were asking after him earlier. He missed the view count, hit 600. Yes, you could go for Firmino instead of Salah, yeah. There you go, question answered. You don't need to keep spamming. Any plans for the weekly free transfer? That's interesting, actually. I've not even thought about that. No, basically. I kind of plan my team for like 4 or 5 game weeks. So I've got no plans for that transfer. Now I'll probably use it. Something will happen. But I've got no plans for it. Which is a good thing, I think. That means I'm kind of open for what could happen this game week. Where everything could just go Pete's on. Let's support Man United. If people are spamming the same crap over and over again and I'm missing it, just time them out. And if they come back, do the same. We just get rid of. Did Woodsy reply? I can't see it. I'm losing the chat now. How many people are in the league? Actually, I haven't even checked. I'm like the worst kind of host ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus. 11, 12. Wow, 12.5 pages of people. How many is per page? Is it 50? No, it's 49, 50. Is it 51 per page? That'd be weird. 612. I bet it shows me that somewhere, don't I? I just counted, and I bet it shows me somewhere. Anyway, 612 people. Very nice. So yeah, join up if you haven't already. Description is just been put in the chat by Sai, but it's also sorry, not the description. The code is in the description below. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really have a huge opinion about Tim Ince. Don't know why I maybe laugh so much. Tom Ince. I mean, he's done well pre-season. He's playing for Huddersfield. Are they going to do super well? Not quite convinced about that. But he could carry on. They've got nice fixtures. I mean, I think you're basically basing that on pre-season. 6 million. I prefer Richie, but there's not a huge amount in that, to be honest. Do I like your Fabianski pick and nets? Yeah, they could do alright. I like Fabianski. I think Fabianski and Foster rotate really nicely. Fabianski and Foster were really popular at the start of the season. Or like, when I say start of the season, I mean start of like pre-season. When prices first came out. People are dissing Huddersfield. I mean, I don't think anyone's going like really mad at them. Like they're probably favourites to go down. That usually happens, but I don't think. I mean, it's not like I think they're 100% likely to go down, but you've got to always back against the new ones. I think maybe they'll scrape in at the end, but chances are they're going to lose a lot of games. You've never started money with money in the bank. There's always a first. Yeah, I agree. Right, I'm going to do the polls now because I'm going to start wrapping up soon because I feel myself getting pretty tired. I'm probably talking more rubbish than I have done all stream. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, cheers again by the way to Yanks and MM Productions for the 2 donations in the chat. Appreciate that. First, I think it's second time that's been used, which is cool. Or second and third time. Fave 4.5 million keeper to go with Elliot. So Foster 66%, 13% say Hart, 11% say Begovic, 4% say Hennessy, and 3% say someone else. Best sub 6 million striker, 33% say Abraham, 29% say J-Rod, 20% say Mooney, 9% someone else, 6% Vokes. Vokes has no love at all. Best 5.5 million midfielder, 38% say Ward-Prowse, 20% say Iwobi, 18% say Fraser, 17% say Gross, and 5% say someone else. To be honest, apart from Ward-Prowse, it's very close there. I don't think that's really a spot people have nailed down. Will I get a top 5k finish? 50% say for sure, 49% say hell no. Not happy about that. Is Kane essential? 51% say yes and 48% say no, so very close. Am I on before kickoff tomorrow? No, I'll be at work right up until 6. Obviously, deadline's at 6:45. Won't have time to come home and stream. To be honest, I wouldn't even be surprised if I don't do much help via Twitter tomorrow because it's just going to be chaos as people panic at finalising their teams, and it's going to be super busy at work tomorrow. I'm just not going to have the time for that. Might do like a very quick Q&A on lunch or something. We'll see. Is that that Salah news being spammed looks like absolute rubbish. I've got a good team, thank you. Right, stop spamming your league code. Thank you. Yeah, Sutton is just attacking fullback choice really. That rotates pretty nicely with Daniels. That's if I want to get rid of Daniels. No, not get rid of him, but bench him. I don't know if I do. Scoutcast is usually recorded on a Tuesday. It's available on YouTube straight away. The podcast is usually out on a Thursday night, like it is tonight. What do I do? Like community manager stuff. Thoughts on Richie? I like Richie. He's in my team. All set pieces. Enough said already. Newcastle decent. Decent team. Your team is crap. I love people like that. Really crack me up. Your team is crap. Yeah. Probably feels really great about coming in and saying that. New to this and the stream, it's really helpful. Been here from the start. Cheers, Alex. Hopefully you'll be here for a long time throughout the season. Have I ever watched The Office? Yeah, of course. Not the well, I've seen the American one. It's not great, I don't think. I'm all about the original David Brent. Why is my bench so cheap? Because I like having all my money on the pitch every week, especially in Game Week 1. Richie was poor last time he was in the Premier League. Yeah, it wasn't fantastic. Your team is good, but mine is better. Fair enough. You joined Matt HD Gamers. Yeah, they're all getting into it. They need to come to me for some tips. Bates and Matt HD, etc. Harry, you love the stream. That's great to hear. A lot of people say the American one gets really good, especially when it kind of goes off on its own thing and isn't copying. I don't know. I'm such a big fan of the English one. It's just not for me. Mr. Design Man, can I send you my logo? Yeah, I'll figure it out after this. Do I watch FPL tips? Yeah, I watch some of their stuff. I generally like, I know players to watch. I kind of already like have a good idea for that, so I don't necessarily watch that. Sometimes I'll have a look at what their team is. How'd you join FPL? You've been watching this stream for like an hour. It's just fantasypremierleague.com and fantasy.premierleague.com. Do I watch Game of Thrones? I do, yeah. You're going to be sad when you didn't follow your heart with Mickey. Oh, Sam, I think you're the first person to point it out tonight, and I think you might be right. FPL help, no worries. Glad to be here, enjoy it. Make sure you tune in next time. Who do I support? Man United. Yeah, I don't know if we had a Southampton press conference today. Someone tell me if we did. If not, hopefully we'll get some Cedric news tomorrow. Why is Shane Long on the wall? Because I just got that from work and I kind of like it. I want to get some more. Some more foot cards. Oh yeah, before you all shoot off, obviously if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Up to 2,120 subs now, which is awesome. That's like 130 subs gained tonight or something like that. Obviously most of you already hit the like button. If you haven't, make sure you hit the like button on the way out before you all head to bed. I've kind of briefly explained the set and choice. There's not much in it apart from using an attacking fullback really. Why no Kane for captain? Because it's got to be Lukaku for me. Very biased towards Man United. He's at home, West Ham. What's my thoughts on Tom Heaton? I really like him. It's just finding that 0.5 million. I think Heaton's going to do it again though. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good. A good bet. Do I watch Shoots? Nope. Okay, Saints press conference is 9 AM tomorrow. There you go. So we'll hopefully get some Cedric news. What's your home address? I'm outside. If you're outside, you don't need my home address. How essential do I think David De Gea is? He's not. No mention of Morata. He's not even really fit to start the season, so no good. What do I think about your KDB captain pick? It's different. He has the potential to explode. It's a good fixture. Sure, go for it. Game week 1, why not? No Michael Keane, no party, you hope. Yeah. Have I seen the Heaton and Foster rotation? It's really good. I know, but I don't want to spend 9.5 million, to be honest. I feel like if I get Heaton, I just want to play him every week. I don't really want to rotate him. Jesus and Salah or Kane and Zaha? I hate that because you look at it and you just think the Jesus option is better, but I still want to have Kane in my team. Cheers, Russell. Right, I'm gonna have to leave it there. I know I could probably stay on a bit longer and people would still be here, but at some point I need to sleep, unfortunately, and I'm probably gonna have a couple of bits to do after this, so I'm gonna have to shoot off. Really do appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight. Hitting 600 viewers is crazy. I hope that'll happen again this season. Don't know if it will. I know there's a lot of hype tonight. But yeah, hit the like button on the way out. That'd really help. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you tune in next time. We'll be going all season. For those that kind of didn't watch last year, it's usually like 2 to 3 streams a week. Generally one at the beginning of the week to discuss the previous weekend and going forward, and then obviously one closer to kickoff. So yeah, sorry if I didn't get your question. There's honestly been so many. It's been like at least one every two seconds for nearly the whole stream. So absolutely crazy. Wish you all well, game week 1. I will tweet out my team probably after the deadline tomorrow when I finally finalise it. I also have this idea to release it slowly throughout the day, so I'll see how early on in the day I can confirm it and then set up some tweets to go out. So keep an eye on that. What have I missed? Like, subscribe, follow on Twitter, share with your friends, blah blah blah. Make sure you tune into the next one. Like I said, really appreciate everyone that's tuned in so far this pre-season. It's been pretty damn awesome. 600 viewers is impressive, even if I do say so myself. So yeah, good luck in Game Week 1. I hope you do really well, but not as well as me, because I'm going to win it this year. And I'll see you probably Sunday or Monday. Cheers all.